Hi, my name is Marissa Thornton, and today I'm going to be talking to you about why and how I chose my major. So, I came to college not really knowing what I wanted to do. I started as a graphic design major, and I think I took like 2 weeks of classes, and I was like, I don't know how I can ever make real money off of this career. So, I changed quickly to elementary education, and I took a year and a half of classes through elementary education, and I did that because I thought it's a reliable job. There's always a need for teachers and educators in this world. So yeah, that was my main reason as to why I chose that. And then this last semester, I decided that I wasn't in love with it. I should really be following my passions. And so I reflected on my passions and changed my career to a major in marketing and graphic design. And that was like the best decision I could have ever made for myself. I haven't started taking classes in marketing or graphic design, but I have started, I've taken about a year and a half of graphic design courses. So I know that the graphic design field is exactly what I want. So basically, I want to talk to you about like the cons of why I went against elementary education, because I did do so many semesters of elementary education. That was like the thought in my mind, like ever since I was a young girl, of like what I was gonna do. And basically, my big point was like I wasn't able to move up in the field as an educator. You know, you start as an educator, probably getting paid I don't actually know the pay, but like 25, 30, $35,000 a year. You'll get moved up with pay as you go on, but you wouldn't get moved up in like positions unless you'd want to be like a counselor or a principal. And for me, I need more of a motivation to move up in my life and be like looking forward to what can I do next with my career. So I was going through that struggle in my head all through my freshman and half of my sophomore year, and I realized like it's not for me. Another con was definitely the pay. Like I said, like it starts out as like 25, 30, which isn't bad, but it can only really go up to like $65,000, maybe 75 if you're lucky, if you have a master's degree or a doctorate or something. And then also, I didn't love that it was a 9 to 5 job. You'd be on your feet all day. And then the fact that it's a repetition job. So, like, every year, I was afraid that I'd be feeling stuck. I'd be teaching the same curriculum every year, and it'd just be repetitive. So I just was not in love with with that fact. Another factor that went into how I chose my career was the money. So I was focusing on money going to school. That was my biggest factor. I was really focused on just like how much money can I make? Like what's the career that can like make me the most money? And I realized that I should listen to my parents when I was young and just do what actually makes me happy, because my parents always say like go to a job that doesn't feel like a job. Like that's when you know like you've made it. And that's so true. Like I went through education because I knew that I would be getting a steady income. I wouldn't be wealthy at all means, but I would be making money. And I realized it's not my passion. My passion was graphic design, and it was marketing and creating things that I've always loved to do in high school and middle school and now in college, which I'm super lucky about. So none of my majors really paid well. The graphic design major that I had to start off with, the elementary, and then now marketing and graphic design, none of them really paid well. And I was like, if I'm looking at all these majors that don't even pay well, I might as well do something that makes me just happy, that makes me not think that I actually am working. So I loved that when I decided to change, because I knew that it was worth it, because it was something that meant something to me. So the last factor that went into how I chose my career was considering my future. So like I said, I chose elementary education because it had summers off, and I thought it would be somewhat creative. I could create posters and banners and cute name tags for my kids, and I realized like that is like not for me. Like I wouldn't feel rewarded in any sense of doing that. and I need to consider like my future and what I'm looking for. And so I just thought there was a lot of roadblocks in education and flexible at home schedule with marketing, which I loved. Like, I love that I can sit on my laptop at home and get paid for it. I mean, that's just such a great thing about marketing, is that you can be doing it anywhere on your computer as long as you have access to technology, electricity. Like, you're able to do your job. And I just love that fact that like I can always be doing my job no matter where I am in the world. Yeah, it just made the most sense for me. So that is why and how I chose my major. It was a long trial and error process, a lot of cons, a lot of pros to look after, but that is how I personally chose my marketing and graphic design major. So, yeah.